Okay, let's dive right in. Today, we're taking a fantastic journey through the Oceanium Born Myths Activity Pack. We are officially turning into junior scientists to uncover the absolute coolest secrets of marine life. This is all about breaking down big marine biology concepts into really fun, bite-sized pieces, making it just a brilliant way for anyone to grasp the wonders of our oceans. So, we're skipping the boring syllabus today and we're going straight on a quest. Seriously, whether you're a young learner or honestly just young at heart, we are going to discover some unbelievable animal superpowers, tally up their massive daily meals, and figure out exactly how we can all step up and be heroes for our oceans. Grab your imaginary explorer hats because our very first task is all about getting organized.
All right, first up, sorting our sea friends.
Think about it like this. You wouldn't just dump all your writing pens and your colored pencils into one messy pile in the classroom, right? You put them in separate trays so you can actually find them. Well, scientists do the exact same thing with animals. They group them to keep things organized. It's a pretty simple idea, but it's incredibly powerful when you're dealing with literally thousands of different creatures underwater.
Now, the fancy science word for this is classifying. Classifying is simply organizing living things into groups so they're easier to study. Honestly, it's the very first skill every great marine biologist has to master. You might group them by what color they are, what kind of neighborhood they live in, or even what they like to eat for dinner.
For example, let's compare a shark with a regular bony fish. You can look at what makes them entirely unique, like maybe what their skeleton is made of, and then figure out what they actually share in common, like how fast they swim or what kind of snacks they prefer. It's just a really fun way to sort our sea friends and figure out exactly how they operate out there in the wild.
Moving right along to our next section, awesome animal adaptations.
So every single creature has an adaptation. In simple terms, an adaptation is basically a secret superpower that keeps an animal safe, fed, and happy in its home. When you visit an aquarium and you look really closely at the animals, you aren't just looking at a fish. You're looking at thousands of years of these highly specialized superpowers at work. Let's look at some rapid-fire facts to see these superpowers in action. The beadlet anemone might just look like a little red blob of jelly when the tide is out, but it actually uses special stinging cells called nematocysts on its tentacles to catch its prey. Then you've got the common octopus, which squirts ink to confuse predators, and it uses literal jet propulsion. It squirts water out of a tube called a siphon to just zoom away. But my absolute favorite has to be the porcupine pufferfish. It swallows water and inflates to 3 times its normal size, so predators literally can't swallow it. I mean, how amazing is that?
Next up, time to eat.
Now, it is fascinating to figure out exactly how much food different animal groups eat every single day. Think of it like running a giant seaside restaurant. You've got 5 otters sharing 1,250 grams of food, 2 turtles eating 800 grams between them, and 6 Inca terns, which are these really beautiful seabirds, sharing a pretty light meal of just 250 grams a day. It really shows how marine biologists have to use math all the time to make sure everyone stays healthy. But prepare yourselves, because this next number is absolutely wild. The Oceanarium's 16 penguins require a staggering 6,400 kilograms of food per day. Let that sink in. It is just a monumental task to keep up with those hungry bellies, and it really puts the massive scale of looking after these marine habitats into perspective. All right, Section 4, Exploring Ocean Habitats. Animals live in wildly different places, and they've perfectly adapted to fit right in. You have the colorful, bustling underwater cities of the coral reefs, and that's completely contrasted with the lush, green, towering canopies of the rainforest. Every single habitat presents its own unique challenges and requires totally different superpowers to survive. So, pop quiz. Here's a quick explorer's challenge for you. What kind of habitat do you think the African dwarf crocodile calls home? Keep in mind, this guy has tough, armored scales to protect it from predators while it's out hunting. Where would an animal like that hide? Well, if you guess the slow-moving waters of swamps and marshes across Central and West Africa, you hit the nail on the head. Those armored scales are absolutely perfect for blending in and staying safe in those murky, slow aquatic neighborhoods. And finally, our last stop, ocean conservation heroes. One of the absolute biggest challenges our oceans face today is plastic litter. When plastic ends up in the ocean, it doesn't just magically go away. Marine creatures can get tangled up in it, or they even eat it because they think it's food. And honestly, the most shocking part? Plastic can take a whopping 450 years to break down. That is a very, very long time for a piece of rubbish to be causing problems in an animal's home. But hey, don't worry, you don't have to just watch from the sidelines. You can be an ocean hero by following 3 really simple steps. First, reduce your plastic use and save energy at home. Even something as simple as putting on a jumper instead of turning up the heating helps combat climate change, which directly protects coral reefs. Second, join a local beach clean to pick up litter so it never even reaches the sea. And third, shop sustainably. Next time you're at the supermarket, look for the FSC label for sustainable wood or the MSC label for sustainable fishing.
So, Junior Explorers, the ocean is literally full of wonders just waiting to be classified and understood. Keep your eyes peeled for those amazing animal adaptations, and always remember that with just a few simple, everyday changes, you have the power to be a hero and protect our beautiful oceans. So, what secret superpower will you discover on your next trip to the aquarium? And more importantly, how are you going to use your own power to protect them?